What's up, y'all? Pain and suffering continues. Today we got a bad wheel bearing. Sounds pretty gnarly when you're driving. Pretty sure it failed almost instantly. I know there's probably some wear and tear right before it. It's maybe a little bit of noise, but yeah, it pretty much gave out. So we're gonna go through, replace the hub assemblies on both sides on the front end, and I'm gonna take you all along with me. We decided to go with the Mevotech TTX. Everyone online kind of talked around 3 different brands. Timken, I want to say SKR or something like that, and then Mevotech, and then specifically the TTX line. So I decided to go with Mevotech. I have a few TTX products on my front end, and I will probably give you guys an update down the road on how these guys hold up. All right, y'all, so for those who believe they're experiencing symptoms of a bad wheel bearing, typically you will hear it. You might feel some vibrations. Get the wheel off the ground. You'll want to check for play, vertically and horizontally. Now, typically those are going to be indicators of bad ball joints or bad tie rods. I know mine are good because I just replaced them. I have play horizontally, and I have play vertically. I also have play diagonally, so I have play everywhere. That tells me that it's not specifically, side to side tie rods or up and down specifically being ball joints. It's everywhere. Let's take this wheel off and start diving in. Spacer should come off. Next, let's get our caliper off. There we go. Your boy's not sponsored by Harbor Freight. I just got a lot of buckets from them. I wish though, can you imagine? Harbor Freight, if you're watching this, sponsor your boy. Alright. Brake line seems a little tight, so we're going to take off this 10mm nut holding the brake line bracket. Okay. That's better. Just want to make sure there's no pressure up on my caliper brake line. But that's good. So, rubber comes off. I got some left life in this thing. I think once my rotors are bad, and pads are bad, we'll probably do like a front and rear rotor brake kit. Maybe put some nice drilled and slotted on. Let's disconnect. Before you start banging shit, disconnect your wheel speed sensor. Grab a flathead. The last thing you want to do is start hitting on this hub assembly. Have it go flying, and then you break off your connector for your wheel speed sensor. So don't do that. And there's a little connector up here. Sorry you guys can't see, but there it is. So you grab some penetrant, spray the 3 bolts on the backside holding the hub assembly in. All right. Now I don't live in the Rust Belt, so thankfully, I don't have to deal with a bunch of that, but I've dealt with my fair share of shitty ass seized bolts, so let's pray that today's not one of those days. Next, let's crack our axle nut. 35. So if you don't have a 35, go and get yourself one. All right. There we go. I like to leave this on a little bit, thread it, so that way we don't mushroom out the CV axle, since I am reusing the CV axle. We don't mushroom out the stud or the threads of it. Thankfully mine's pretty loose, but if it's not, get your nut flush with the end of that stud. Give it a couple hits. Oh, mine are pretty loose. Good to know. Hopefully yours aren't loose like that. Yeah, these are loose. All my bolts are loose. Now you basically make a prayer to Lords above that this just will you look at that? Man, look what I had ready sitting on the side. I thought I was gonna bring out the fucking hammer. Wow. Man. Let's go buy a lotto ticket. Yeah, full transparency, y'all. It will probably not go that way for you, to be honest. I mean, I hope it does, right? Like, I'm not a mean guy, but it will probably not go that way for you. Take off your backing plate. You're gonna need that. Yeah, check this one out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up all this old grease, put some new grease, and then also I'm gonna take some light sandpaper, some brake clean, and get the surface ready for my new hub assembly. On the splines, okay, try to clean up most of it. Sandpaper. Get some of this surface rust, debris build up, just to make sure that we have a good mating surface. And okay, just give it a nice thin coating. Probably look it up. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. Yeah. Like I said, the Mevotech TTX product line that I've had so far, it's been nice stuff. You know, definitely better than Moog, in my opinion. Okay, let me look up that torque value before I forget it. All right, y'all. So, just looked up the torque specs. You always find conflicting stuff online, so I kind of just average everything that I find. But I'm gonna go with 80 foot-pounds on the 3 rear bolts, and then I'm gonna go with 180 on the CV axle nut. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue Loctite on these bolts. So, yeah. And then, these are pretty challenging to get out, to be honest with y'all. But, I mean, I feel like we should use the new bolts that we got, right? Should. Okay, got 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. Look at that. Okay, put our new bolts in. Looks like our bolts have a little bit of pre-applied thread locker. I don't know how much I trust it, so I'm just gonna put some of my own on. That way I know it's on there. Okay. Boom. 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 Kind of have to play around and move the CV axle back and forth to fit this top one, but it'll go. Just gotta persuade it enough. Okay, man, I'll make a mess. All right, so we need this guy back on. Do I remember how it goes? Hell nah. That looks about right to me, to be honest. Huh. Let me go back and watch the video, y'all. I'm gonna look out for future me real quick. Yeah, future. There we go. Start to thread them in. Set your torque wrench. Okay. Make sure your torque wrench is calibrated. Click. Grab your other torque wrench. Okay. Click. Click. All right. Seems good to me. Does it fit back on? It does. Okay. Caliper bolts. All right. Just make sure you get those tight. What's up, brother? Don't forget your brake line mounting bracket. Singleton. Go. Put in all your clips. We got one here. Boom. Goes up behind here. Sorry, all the camera cut out. Finished up the driver's side, finished up the passenger side. I got really lucky. Wasn't a lot of rust, so it took me probably about 20 minutes aside, somewhere around there. But we're gonna go take it for a test drive, make sure everything's driving good, and then we're gonna clean up. So, thank you for tuning in, and that is how y'all change some wheel bearings. See y'all next time.